What's good, YouTube? We got another video for y'all boys. The shooting badge video did very well. Every time I look at it, another 100 views jumped on top of it. It's doing very good. So I had to bring the playmaking badge video for the dribblers out there. We got the finishing video and the defensive video coming out soon. But let's get started. Oh, as you can see down there, what's it called? Go follow the Twitch, follow Twitter, follow Instagram. Every time I upload a video, I tweet it. So just in case you don't get the notifications from YouTube, you get it from Twitter. Go follow that. Go follow the Twitch. I'm gonna hop on some UFC today. I haven't streamed in a little minute, but I'm gonna hop on some UFC today. I'll probably be on Conan raiding some bases today. Just come on through. Go follow the Twitch. Hit the little bell too, so you get a notification when I stream. But let's get into it. All right, to start off, we got triple threat juke. Triple threat juke. It shouldn't be a surprise. Going on unequipped. You can see the graph on the screen, or you've seen the graph on the screen. The bonuses just ain't that worth it, I guess, and not even triple threat juke doesn't even activate on every triple threat move, so there's just really no use for it. Alright, so for the next video, for the next badge, we got quick first step. Now, quick first step instantly going to Hall of Fame. If you use quick first step, you already know quick first step is one of the best dribbling badges. As you can see by the screenshot on the screen, it's no badge to gold, and then there should be another one showing from bronze to Hall of Fame. The differences in speed, as you can see, Hall of Fame is the best level for it. You do move the fastest with Hall of Fame. Gold is still very good too, so I can see you using gold, but this badge should definitely be equipped if you are a dribbler. Or even if you're not a dribbler, to be honest with you, if you move around with the ball and you're not just a catch and shoot, you should definitely have quick first step on any level. But if you are a dribbler, I recommend it on Hall of Fame. Now for the next badge, for our playmakers out there, Floor General. Now with Floor General, that's another Hall of Fame badge. It gives your teammate, at Hall of Fame, it gives your teammates +4 on their attributes. Bronze +1, +2, +3, you know what I'm saying? So say you have a teammate with a 84 ball handle, you get bronze. They have an 85 ball handle. They can move more proficiently with the ball. So it only boosts offensive attributes. So a ball handle, a 3-pointer and mid-range, dunking, stuff like that. It's not gonna boost your speed. It only boosts the offensive attributes. So if you need, if your team is struggling to hit shots or anything, have somebody throw on Floor General so y'all can get that extra boost. Cause I believe, I'm not 100% certain, but I know when they first ever introduced this badge, it didn't give a boost to the user. It only gave it to the teammates. So maybe if you have a center or something that can get it, or your point guard, since he probably has high shooting, he can get Floor General for the rest of you guys. But regardless, Floor General is definitely a Hall of Fame badge. For the next badge, as you can see, Unpluckable, another Hall of Fame badge, because there's no chart on this, but me personally, I try to put Unpluckable as high as I can, because since the beginning of the game, you can easily get steals. I know they kind of nerfed it a little bit, but you can still, if you have a high enough steal rating, you can still easily get steals. So if you're a ball handler, get Unpluckable as high as you can, so you're not getting the ball stolen from you as much. Now for this next badge, we're gonna use it's gonna be Quick Chain. Now with Quick Chain, I'd recommend Quick Chain going on bronze. Now listen to me here. This is for my non-dribblers. Here, we're gonna do that. Quick Chain's going on gold. You can push it to Hall of Fame, as you can see from the chart. But bronze is really like one of the best levels for it. But the reason I say gold is because certain moves are kind of locked behind quick chain. So if you don't really have a gold quick chain, you really just you there's some moves that you can't do, or they'll be like significantly slower to the point where you won't even want to use the move. So if you're gonna use this on something, I say throw it on bronze or gold. Silver gets, as you can see, it doesn't get that much of a boost from bronze. Gold does, and then there's a tiny boost from gold to the Hall of Fame. I just recommend just throw it on gold. If you have an extra badge point, you can throw it on Hall of Fame, but to be safe, I just say throw it on gold. Now, for the next badge, we got downhill. For downhill, we're gonna put downhill on unequipped. Now, the reason I put downhill on unequipped is because downhill only activates if you get the rebound. And 9 times out of 10, when you get the rebound, you're going to be passing it down court, because most times it's going to be a center that gets the rebound and they're going to send it down court. I just personally don't think it's worth getting it, because it's like, if a guard, the times that a guard gets the ball on, gets the ball on the rebound are so low that it's no point. There's so many other good badges in the playmaking category. There's no point of you using downhill. If you're big, you should be getting the ball and passing it out to one of your guards that are running down court. Even if you're a guard, you have other guards on the team that are running down the court to go get the ball. So you should be passing it down the court. You shouldn't be coming down the court with it unless you're playing park or something. If you're playing rec, you definitely shouldn't have this badge. It just doesn't make sense. The only way I can see you having this badge is if you're playing park and you do just somehow get a lot of rebounds in park. But it's gonna rock on the unequipped for me. I don't have any chart for you guys, so yeah. But to me, I'm telling you guys, don't put this badge on. You don't need it. It's right along with triple threat juke. These are 2 badges you just don't need. Now, for one of my favorite playmaking badges, tight handles. Now, tight handles you can put on Hall of Fame, but as you can see by the chart, it's not that much of a boost. But for my, if you see the way that I dribble, it incorporates a lot of step backs, and you know what I'm saying. Tight handles and Space Creator they give me more ankle breakers than ankle breaker does. So, it's just the way that I dribble. That's why my dribbling incorporates a lot of step backs and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I do to get more ankle breakers. If you don't dribble with a bunch of step backs and things of that nature, you probably just leave it on gold or even silver. As you can see, silver has a good boost too. Bronze itself has a good boost, but silver, I definitely recommend gold. I'm leaving it at gold. You can push it to Hall of Fame, but hey, that's on you. Bottom line, tight handles is a good badge at bronze, silver, gold, or Hall of Fame. It's just up to your preference. I'd recommend gold for elite dribblers. If you're not that much of a dribbler, I still recommend you put it on silver, just because you still have a high chance of stunning somebody. Now, for the another badge for our playmakers out there is Dimer. Now, Dimer is instant going to Hall of Fame. As you look at the chart, Hall of Fame gets a huge boost. The boost on Hall of Fame is actually crazy. So if you can get Hall of Fame Dimers, that's a must. I'd say you should absolutely, anytime you can get Hall of Fame Dimers, you should absolutely get it, because anytime you pass the ball to an open teammate, they're pretty much not going to miss with this Hall of Fame boost that you have. Now, if you can't get Hall of Fame, I highly recommend you leave it on bronze, because as you can see, silver and gold don't give you much of boost from bronze. It's pretty much the same thing as bronze. If you have an extra badge, silver, but you definitely shouldn't be putting on gold. Gold is a value you should never put dimer on. As you can see, from silver to gold, there's really not much of a difference. You're only moving it to silver just because you have an extra badge or something. Now, something I didn't, I didn't expand on with dimers is With diapers, diapers don't activate if you're inside the paint. So say you're a center, you get the rebound, you come down with the ball, you pass it out to an open teammate. Diapers is not activated for that. What activates for that is our next badge here, post playmaker. Now I'm going to assume, we don't have any charts on post playmaker, but I'm going to assume it works the same way as diaper, because if you're in the paint and you pass it out, diaper doesn't activate, post playmaker activates. So I would assume that they use the same, the programming and value for both badges. It might not be true, but if it is, then once again, use post playmaker on Hall of Fame if you can. If you can't, just leave it at bronze, because there's no point in you moving it to silver or gold, because it's basically the same thing as bronze. Now, for this next badge, bailout, I'm going to pit it at bronze, but that's only because I wouldn't recommend somebody just using the badge points on this, because like I said, there's a lot of good badges in the playmaking category, to where even though this gives a huge boost, it's not worth your badge points, to be honest. What I would recommend is don't take shots that you're going to have to pass out of. If you're taking a lot of shots that you have to pass out of, it's not the badges you should be worried about, it's your gameplay that you should be worried about. It's the way you play the game that needs to change, not your badges. So but I do recommend you put it on bronze, because there are some times where you do have to pass it out. So I'd recommend everybody at least throw bailout on bronze. If you can get it higher, it's worth it. But, you know what I'm saying, only if you already got your other playmaking badges out the way. Now, for another one of my favorite badges in playmaking, I already told you guys, Space Creator. Now, for Space Creator, I'm going to put this on Hall of Fame. As you can see by the chart, it doesn't deserve to be nowhere else but Hall of Fame. Just look at the boost you're getting at every level. The only level I wouldn't recommend it on is bronze, because it is such a small boost from no badge that is silver has a huge boost from no badge, and from silver to gold it's a good boost too. So I'd recommend you get if you use a lot of step backs, because that's pretty much what Space Creator is for. It's to stun people and break people off step backs. If you that's why I use a lot of step backs in my dribbling, because I know that if I do this about 3-4 times this possession, at some point you're either gonna get stunned or you're gonna get broke, or I'm gonna be able to fly right past you. So it's an amazing badge. I use it at Hall of Fame. I recommend you use it at Hall of Fame. The only value I don't recommend you use it at is bronze, because like I said, it has such a small boost. You can just go through, pause the video, look at the charts, and you can see the values for yourself and see what is the best for you. But for my recommendation, I say silver, gold, Hall of Fame, however high you can get it, if you use step backs. Only if you use a lot of step backs in your dribbling. Because if you don't use a lot of step backs, this badge is not really going to do much for you. I do recommend you incorporate step backs inside your dribbling, because as you can see, it gives you, even with a low ball handle, it gives you a lot of ankle breakers. Speaking of ankle breaker, we have our next badge, ankle breaker, and to be honest, for me personally, I would just leave it at bronze, because I get a lot of ankle breakers with it at bronze, because you have Space Creator, tight handles, you know what I'm saying? And look at the boost. Look at the boost. Go back, pause the video, look at the boost. It's a huge boost from no badge to bronze, so you know what I'm saying? I would leave it at bronze. Silver, I don't know. Hall of Fame is excellent too. In fact, here, I'll move it to Hall of Fame just because Hall of Fame gets such a good boost. But me personally, I would say just leave it at bronze, because you get a good boost off bronze. But if you want to, you can leave it at gold in Hall of Fame. But you know what I'm saying? Bronze, to me, bronze is the best value for it. But I'll leave it at Hall of Fame because I know a lot of people use it at Hall of Fame and it gets a good boost at Hall of Fame, so it'll stay at Hall of Fame. But if you just want Ankle Breaker on, throw it on bronze. As you can see, you get a huge boost for it, and you'll be fine with bronze. You see in my videos, I get a lot of Ankle Breakers with it on bronze. For the next badge, we have Handles for Days. Handles for Days, I'm not even just like, look at the chart. Handles for Days is easily, Handles for Days is probably the badge that you notice the most when you upgrade it. Like when you get it to Hall of Fame, you notice like your stamina drain is way less. Handles for Days is absolutely a Hall of Fame tier badge. It's just look at the chart. Go back, press pause, look at the chart. It's easily only if you use a lot of dribble moves. I should say that if you dribble a lot, definitely you need Hall of Fame Handles for Days, or the highest level you can get it. Now let's talk about a badge you probably don't need that much. Special delivery. Special delivery, we're gonna put it on bronze and not unequipped only because if you look at the chart, it gives a decent boost at Hall of Fame. There's a good boost at Hall of Fame, but I don't really see too many people doing flashy passes. If you do a lot of flashy passes, or you want to incorporate a lot of flashy passes in your game, I do recommend putting this at the bronze, gold, or Hall of Fame level. Don't put it at silver. There's not much of a boost from bronze and silver. You might as well just leave it at bronze and put that extra badge point somewhere else. It's just no use. We're going to leave this at bronze here because silver gives no boost. Gold and Hall of Fame, I just don't think it's worth it to use it because not many people do flashy passes. But if you are a person that does like to do a lot of flashy passes, I can see you use it at the gold or Hall of Fame level. Okay, we're almost done here. We got 6 more badges. Break Starter. For Break Starter is going to be a gold badge. As you can see by the chart, it gives the best boost at gold. Hall of Fame, it doesn't really get that much of a boost from it, so I'd recommend you leave it at a gold. As you can see, Break Starter at gold is just amazing. If you're a center, you need to have Break Starter at least at gold. Silver is a good boost too, but the boost from silver to gold is so high that you're going to want to try to aim for gold Break Starter if you're a center. Now, for this next badge, Hyperdrive. For Hyperdrive to activate, as everybody knows, when you do a dribble move, you use the right stick. Now, for Hyperdrive to activate, you need to move the left stick also and the right stick. So if you just sit it in the same place, flicking the right stick, Hyperdrive is not going to activate. You have to be moving, and so like if I'm running down court and I hit a crossover, that's when Hyperdrive will activate. So if you do that, Hyperdrive will activate, and as you can see, Hyperdrive gets a good boost at bronze, gold, and Hall of Fame. Now, if you want to go to Hall of Fame, I don't think you should, but it is a good boost at Hall of Fame. But we're going to move Hyperdrive to gold because it does get such a good boost at gold. But you can also move it to bronze. And as you can see, with all these playmaking badges, silver really doesn't get any shine. It's pretty much the same thing as bronze. So you know what I'm saying? You really shouldn't be putting many playmaking badges at silver because it's the same thing as bronze. Now, for this next badge, Bullet Passer. See, Bullet Passer, as you can see by the chart, Bullet Passer is a Hall of Fame caliber badge, but I don't recommend anybody putting it on Hall of Fame. You can put it at any level. Here, this is what I'll do. I'll say Bullet Passer is a bronze badge. You should always have Bullet Passer equipped, so I'm not going to drop it to unequipped. You can move it to silver, gold, or Hall of Fame. But it's just like I said, look at all these Hall of Fame badges up here. You're not gonna have that many badge points to be putting Bullet Passer on gold or Hall of Fame. Bronze gives you a good boost to Bullet Passer to where you can throw it on bronze and be a better player because you pass the ball faster and it's less likely to get stolen. So, you know, throw it on bronze, silver, you know what I'm saying? You can throw it on either one. Matter of fact, since it gets such a good boost, I'm going to throw it on silver. You should at least try to get it to bronze. If you can get it to silver, get it to silver. The higher you get it, the better the badge is. That's really how all badges should work. The high, like, all these badges should be Hall of Fame caliber badges. There shouldn't be like silver. Getting the badge to silver should basically be like having it on bronze. That's just not how stuff should work. All badges should work how Bullet Passer works. It gives a good boost at each level. Now for the next badge, Needle Threader, I don't have any charts for this, but I have did a lot of testing on my own and on the blacktop, and what I can say is silver and gold get like. Bronze sometimes gives you some good out of it, but silver and gold are pretty much what gives you like the best out of it. I would recommend putting this on Hall of Fame. I say this is one badge that is a good at silver. So Needle Threader, you should probably put this on silver. I'd recommend you put it on silver. It makes it easier to get those tight passes through. It's not exactly a bad pass, but it is like a sort of risky pass, I guess you could say. And another thing with Needle Threader seems to work better with bounce passes instead of straight passes. So if you are going to use it, I do recommend you use bounce passes with it. But Needle Threader is a good badge at silver. This is probably one of the only badges that I'd say the best level is silver. So if you can't get Needle Threader, I'd suggest you get it at silver. Bronze gives you, you know what I'm saying? It gives you some better animations from no badge, but where you'll really see the difference is at silver. For the next badge, Glue Hands. Glue Hands, this is a badge I recommend everybody get. It works. Glue Hands is another one of those badges that it represents how every badge should upgrade. As you can see by the chart, it gets better at every level. We got this chart from 2K Labs. I didn't say it at the beginning of the video, but shout out to 2K Labs and 2K Toots. What the fuck? Them two, we need to thank them for the charts for this video. I got it from them too. They will be the first two links in the description. If you want to go check out their videos on all these badges, they have individual videos for each badges to show you how to activate each badge, all the boosts for each badge, and things like that. I recommend you guys go check out their YouTube channels. Go look at their videos on each individual badge to let you guys get a better understanding of each badge. But yeah, like I was saying, Glue Hands you should at least always have on. We're gonna throw it on bronze just because, you know what I'm saying, I'm repeating myself a lot here, but hey, you have so many badges to pick from on here. You're not gonna have that many to put this on anything higher, but bronze does give you better animations on catching the ball. You know how sometimes your friend will pass you the ball and then your character will jump all in the air for the ball, like y'all are right next to each other, but he's jumping all in the air, or he's fumbling with the ball, or he catches it. Like this helps mitigate those animations to where you're not doing all that extra stuff. You're just catching the ball so you can catch and shoot. Now, finally, for our last badge here, as you can see by the chart, Hall of Fame gets an extreme boost off this. If you need this badge on Hall of Fame, I'd recommend you put it on Hall of Fame. But at first, I would tell you to try it on silver. As you can see, Stop and Go on silver, it gets a good boost. Then gold is on gold. But Hall of Fame, it gets another big boost. So I'd recommend putting it on silver or Hall of Fame. Me personally, I just rock it on silver because Hall of Fame, I just feel like, me personally, I don't need it on Hall of Fame. But if you do need Stop and Go Hall of Fame for whatever reason, I'd recommend that other than gold. If you can't get into Hall of Fame, just throw it on silver. Gold, you know what I'm saying? You can look at the chart yourself and determine if gold gives it a big enough boost for you. These are just my opinions on the badges. But with that being said, like I said at the beginning of the video, go follow the TikTok, follow the Twitch. I will be streaming today. I'll be on UFC Later on in the night, I might go raid some bases on Conan. Just come on through. We can hop on some Madden. Tell me what you want me to play. Just come on through later on today. Like I said, you can see all my socials at the bottom of the screen. Go follow all of them. And yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, turn on post notifications. We have more videos coming through. As you can see, we already did the shooting badge video. This is the playmaking badge. So we also got the finishing and the defensive badge video coming soon. We have dribble tutorials coming soon. Yeah, just tune in, bro. But yeah, that's all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all boys later. Peace.